Hey guys, plow day is a week away and we don't have anything ready yet, but hopefully we can get all that checked off the list today. I got the 400 over to this farm. I got these Eagle Hitch plows on that Dad bought last year. These are really neat. They're a tread logo Eagle Hitch. So this is like the last set of Eagle Hitch plows made that we know of. Not the last, but the last be the latest date of production anyway. These are currently locked rigid with 2 bolts here, but I believe if I unbolt one of these, I'm not sure which one I have to unbolt to get it to pivot right. I'm thinking it's this one because that one's closer to the center line. Then they become Eagle Hitch and they can pivot. But these were the same parts as the last generation of Eagle Hitch tractor plows would have been, for like an early 730 or something, or maybe a 630 even. But I believe they put that piece in there so they can be locked rigid to run on, say, a late 830 or a 770 or something. These are 314s, I believe. I haven't actually checked them, but I got an Eagle Hitch top link here. It's really stiff. I got to get it tightened up some more because the front bottom's up in the air a little bit. Back bottom's still just barely skimming the ground, so I got to get that tweaked in. I got to get that bolt out so they'll pivot, and I got to grease them up. Luckily I was able to get them inside because we've got rain again. It's been on and off all day. It sounds like we actually have a thunderstorm coming in, so I'm going to get some grease on the coulters. I found out there's grease zerks in here off of my 5 bottoms I was working on the other day. When it quits raining, we'll go to those. And there's grease zerks there on the trips and on the coulters as well, and some on the pivot mechanism. I wonder if that has something to do with why it wouldn't lift. It doesn't look very good. So this has a washable oil filter in it, which is pretty cool. I'm not even sure what it's made out of, but that piece comes out of the transmission. And you can see the sludge in the bottom. I'm going to spray it out with ether and put it back in. And I'll pour a little bit of fresh oil in to push that junk out of the bottom. And then I'll fill it up till the level plug says it's good and see if it'll lift. So got everything figured out on this, I think. Got the hydraulics to lift a little better. It had water in the oil in the rear box here. Cleaned that out, cleaned the filter out, put fresh oil in it. Now I've got it sitting up on blocks here to simulate as if it was in the furrow, and we're sitting pretty close. The top link's a little bit long. We're going to turn it a turn or two and see where that is, but that's about what you want. We got, I think, 4 inches under the front, 3 inches under the front, about 6 inches under the side that's on land. And then we've got all 3 of the points are very, very close to being the same distance in the ground. That's how you check that. We got this adjuster freed up. I got that bolt out down there. That was a pain. It was stuck in there good, and it was bent a little bit too. Everything else seems to be looking good. It rained too much today to test it out there, but maybe by Wednesday I'll be able to take a couple hot laps at home, tune it in, and then head off to plow day. Hey guys, we're back with the 400 here. Got the plows set up. Dad did a little bit of work on Monday while it was raining for me. He made a over the PTO top link mount. There are factory ones of those. We don't have one currently, so he made that one up. And he used a different top link so we can get better angles. Because when you set the plow down with the top link I had on it, it was just barely hitting that, and then I couldn't pick it up because it wouldn't let me move that to pick it up when it went down too far. So we've got that. It's new. pretty heavy duty stuff. And it serves as a nice PTO guard as well. Because I don't know if this one in particular has a PTO brake, but I know the later tractors like the 870s and stuff were notorious for, the 4-cylinders for some reason, notorious for the PTO brakes going out of them. And the PTOs would just coast, and this is no exception. Whether it had a brake or not at one time, I don't know, but it does spin, whether it's engaged or not. So it's nice to have a guard on it. I took out the bolt that was here, and should have taken out this bolt, because the draft line of draft was wrong. These plows are designed to be run as 3-point hitch if you put both bolts in, or eagle hitch if you just have the far bolt in, apparently. I didn't realize that and took out the far bolt and left the near bolt. Nate also did a little bit of plowing with our CC. It did okay, I guess. So we've got this field that we planted to wheat last year in the fall. Wheat's not as thick as we'd like, and there's a fair number of small weeds down there that are going to be a problem. And our other wheat field's doing very well, so this is only like 3.5, 4 acres, so we're going to plow it up and plant our potatoes and sweet corn and stuff like that in here. And that'll give us some easily accessible moldboard plowing ground for the antiques, because it's in the front yard basically. So it's easy to test and tune here before we go to plow day. It's wet today, guys, but we're gonna see what we can get into. Probably mud's what we're gonna get into. We had some trouble already. Well, boys, might be a little bit too wet. We're not gonna quit though. There's a W9 farmall that was just stuck up on the hill. Oh, nope, he got out. I'm gonna take a chain up there just because. Almost everybody's given up for the most part. I'm gonna try to do one lap up here on the long stuff. But they buried the W9 right there. That seagull can't even fly. It's so windy. Nate just buried that.